Hey everyone, Kevin Lewis with Home Life Benchmark Titus Realty, and it's time for your October 2021 Fraser Valley Real Estate Update. September 2021 has come and gone, and with that, we have a chance to take a look at the stats and see what those stats really mean and what's happening in our market right now. For the second month in a row, we have not broken monthly records for total number of sales. However, we did have the second busiest September that we've ever had in the Fraser Valley's history, behind only last year's September 2021. September also finished with fewer sales than August 2021, which is pretty typical for August to September to see fewer sales in September, and we'll often see that number jump up in October, which I do predict we will see this year. One of the biggest problems, of course, that's been carrying on for the last several months is the lack of inventory that we have on the market right now. With only 2,165 new listings coming onto the market in September 2021, we had much lower than the average, about 36% lower than the average number of new listings for September, in addition to the 14% more sales than we would typically see in September. Just like last month, it's quite simple to see why the market is still so crazy right now, as the simple rules of supply and demand would dictate that we're simply in a supply deficit and or a demand surplus, based on both the numbers of compared to the average, the supply being lower than what we're used to for the month of September, and the demand being higher than what we're used to. It only makes sense that prices will continue to increase or stay somewhat stable while increasing slowly, and it's still going to be quite difficult for buyers looking to get into a home. Most homes are still going to multiple offers. So if you are thinking about selling in the near future, I don't see there being a huge rush to do so. As I just mentioned, there's a good chance prices will continue to rise. However, I don't think they're going to take any big jumps like we saw at the beginning of 2021. I do think that we're going to see about a 5% increase throughout next spring. Now, if you are holding off on selling, but you still want to buy something, whatever you're going to be buying into is also going to be increasing. So waiting is not really going to have a whole lot of benefit depending on your unique situation. If you're looking to downsize, yeah, maybe your detached home will continue to increase. However, there's always the possibility that detached homes have kind of reached a plateau for the next little bit here, as they have increased in price at a much higher rate than attached homes like condos and townhomes have. So if you're hoping that your detached home continues to rise and condos and townhomes don't, I would predict the opposite. I would think that condos are due to see the most increase coming in the next few months here. Townhouses following, and detached homes likely to stay somewhat stable. However, that's just my prediction, and it is very, very possible and quite likely that we will continue to see all types of prices continue to rise. Now, if you're looking to just purchase a home, whether as a first-time home buyer or get a second or third home as an investment property, now is likely the lowest, most affordable time that we'll see going into the future. There's just not anything that's really indicating that the prices of homes are going to come down anytime soon, and I just don't see any reason why they would, especially considering over the last 2 years we have not been dealing with immigration or anything, which is going to be opening up again quite soon. And as the population continues to increase in our area, the demand for housing is going to continue to increase at a rate higher than new homes are being built. Regardless of the homes that are listed for sale, we still simply just don't have enough homes in the area in order to house everybody that we would like to house, and that is why prices have continued to rise. As I mentioned before, multiple offers are still quite the norm in this market. However, we are starting to see things slow down a little bit, and what I mean by that is homes are being on the market for a little bit longer than they have been for the past several months, and this is likely due to, as I've mentioned before, just buyers are deciding that they want to take a little bit more time. There's fewer homes on the market, and what I thought was going to happen and fix it in September was we were going to see many more listings come up. However, that didn't end up happening as much as I expected. We did see more listings than what we saw in August in comparison, which is a good sign. And if this continues through October and then into the spring, we will likely see the mitigation of multiple offers on every single listing. However, I don't think there's going to be any ease up on multiple offers for desirable properties for the next possibly several years. As I've mentioned several times, there just simply is not enough homes, and the demand for these homes is not likely to drop anytime soon. If you're thinking of making a move anytime soon, whether that be in the next couple of months, within the next year, or maybe even 2 or 3 years from now, it's definitely not too early to start planning. So feel free to reach out with any questions that you have. Either leave me a comment below, send me a text message at 604-218-5635, send me an email. Whatever way you want to get in touch and let me know that you're thinking of making a move, we'll start making a plan now, as it's never too early to start planning. And I'm never going to pressure you into doing anything before you're ready. So if you just want to keep an eye on what's going on in the market, have that inside information coming from me for your unique situation, don't hesitate to get in touch. Don't worry about wasting my time. This is what I do for a living, and I'm always happy to hear from you. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.